There was an Air Jordan 1 Camo a few months ago that our good friends over at Hiking Deep just absolutely loved, and I was looking forward to that again today. It's a camo sneaker coming down like some mid this time, but then when I looked at it I was surprised at how little camo there was in it. I was expecting an awful lot more, and that's why this video is titled Why Less is More on today's sneaker, which is the light grey camos, because I was expecting there to be 3 or 4 or 5 different places on the sneaker that would be covered in that camo and it would be really popping off. But what we got was just one place with the camo, and in that it's very, very subdued, but it works. It's a big surprise to me because at first glance I was disappointed with this, and then just gradually as I looked at it more and more, it sort of climbed and climbed and climbed in my sort of opinion, and I'm actually now looking at this shoe and thinking, is there even a single place wrong with it? It might be the perfect Nike Air Jordan Mid. So it's really, really clean. It's a really nice sneaker. It's surprising because there is just that one little place of camo on it, but there are other places that are not camo that make this shoe work, and that's what we're going to get today as we take a close-up look at the upcoming release of the Nike Air Jordan 1 Mid Light Grey Camo. This is the Tokyo Bada 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo Bada 23 Sneaker Channelです。毎日アップするので毎日見てください。And every single day from Tokyo, Japan, I bring you content about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews. And today, what we're looking at is the upcoming release of the Nike Air Jordan 1 Mid Light Grey Camo. And all I've got as far as due dates is sooner than you think, early December. I think I'm right in saying this guy's going to come on December the 4th, but it's kind of strange for a Jordan. Usually the Jordan drop dates are pretty well advertised in advance, but this one is kind of a little bit under the radar, not really sure when it's coming. I'm putting my hat in the ring and saying December the 4th, but you might know differently, so definitely let us all know in the comments down below if you've got a solid release date on these guys. And also there's something about it as well that was worth looking at, is that it seems to be fitting in with a run from the last 6 months at the Jordan line of Jordan 1s in these light grey, light colours, but not just Jordan 1s. There's a link up with the Dunk line. Now it all started, in my opinion, right here with the Dior 1s. Huge resale on those guys, but basically what you're talking about is a grey and white sneaker with some hits of Dior on there, and I'm pretty sure round about the same time, maybe a couple of weeks after the Dior drop, there was another Jordan 1 in that kind of grey colourway that dropped as well, which was very similar, riding that wave. And then just recently we also had a Dunk coming from Travis Scott, tie up with the PlayStation and Sony over there, and a Dunk Low with those guys again in those sort of muted greys and whites and those sort of very light, soft colours, and alongside that came the Air Jordan 1 lows in that light, I think it's light smoke grey, light grey smoke, grey light smoke, something along those lines. So there's a sort of story sort of building at the Jordan line to go with these light greys, these light coloured sneakers, and then the latest in that is these light grey camos. And as I said at the start of this video, I was kind of disappointed. I was expecting the heel cup, I was expecting the toe box, I was expecting the swooshes, I was expecting all around the laces, you know, tons of different places where you can put camo, but they only went with one of them. But there's 2 particular reasons why that actually works, which is kind of a surprise, because I was a bit disappointed at first, but then I realized when I saw these 2 particular features on these shoes how they make up for the lack of the camo, and it just works as far as I'm concerned. They've got all the choices on this shoe. Right, we're going to take a look at that right now. So choice number 1, where is the camo on this shoe? We'll go straight to those swooshes. Both medial and lateral sides come with these swooshes that fit straight in with the rest of the vibe of the shoe, light grey and white. And then you're zooming in on this camo here, and that's all it is, light grey and white. There's no green. This is not forest camo. This is not jungle camo. This is like ice, snowy camo in the light greys and whites. And it's very, very hard to sort of distinguish on those swooshes unless you're zoomed in like we are right here. But that's part of the point of this shoe, is this whole kind of like under the radar little sort of discreet shoe that comes in there. So having that bright, hammered hard camo on there wouldn't have worked, but what they've done instead is gone with the greys and the whites on this to match the rest of the shoe. So that's the one place, like I said, nothing on the heel cup, nothing on the toe box, nothing on the midfoot, nothing on the lacing system, nothing on the quarter line, nothing on the tongues. There's nowhere else, nowhere at all on this shoe that has camo on it except for those swooshes on the lateral and the medial sides. But like I said, there's 2 particular hits on the shoe that make up for that. And hit number one is that the white leather on these guys is very smooth and very simple, but the grey leather is a very fine and very clean tumbled leather. And if we zoom in on it here, you'll be able to see how the effect that the tumbled leather gives. And it's because it's got those like that extra bit of definition to it, which creates a little bit of shadow, a little bit of kind of distinction in those particular parts of the leather, which matches the camo feel of the shoe, and it creates a bridge. The camo is full on camo, the white is just pure clean leather, and then sitting halfway between the two you've got the grey tumbled leather, so it has a feel of a little bit more than just leather but a little bit less than camo, and that's what makes this shoe work. So we've got it on the heel cup, which is probably where we're zoomed in here, but we can also get up to the toe box as well and have a look at the quarter line toe box on there and the wraparounds on the lacing system, where you see that tumbled leather effect, which, like I said, just brings it all together, brings the shoe up a little bit instead of just being a flat kind of standard canvas of leathers on there, which is one of the reasons why not having camo all over the place works. If you imagine what tumbled leather would look like with camo on it, it would be pointless. It wouldn't work. You need the camo or the tumbled leather. Having both together wouldn't work because one would defeat the other one. So going without the camo and going with the tumbled leather and those light grey parts definitely works on this shoe. And then the other thing that really works, and it's really surprising to me, I was really surprised to think about this when I looked at this shoe, I think it is absolutely essential, fundamentally essential to the success of this shoe, that the Wings logo is black. I had any other colour up there and it would have been wrong. Obviously any other colour like red or green or something like that would have been totally wrong. But then you've got two other choices. You've got grey to go with the grey wing that it's on, or white to go with the rest of the shoe, or black, which was the choice that they went with. And I think if you looked at this and thought about it as being white or thought about it as being grey, you can see why it wouldn't work. But the black provides a bit of definition, but it gives you another thing to look at. If you're disappointed that the camo isn't there like I was, you want more to make up for that. The tumbled leather does that, and the black's Wings logo does that. And then also if you go forward to the top of the tongue where you've got the Jumpman and then Air up there in black again on the light background, it just brings it all up and gives it that little extra bit of colour, little extra bit of definition that makes a difference to this shoe, and it's a big yes for me. And then the final place that I want to look at, and it seems very simple to look at it, but it actually makes a big difference, is the midsole and the outsole unit on this, the midsole in white and the outsole in grey. And I had to find a pretty good picture to really show that kind of thing, because most of the photographs that you see, the grey is so light it appears as white, or the white is so light that you can sort of say in the midsole, is that grey or is that white? But you can see from this picture right here, for sure, white midsole, grey outsole, and then we flip it out and have an actual look at the outsole. You can see for sure it's grey there. And then if we come back out to the whole shoe, look at all of that. Look at the black Wings logo. Look at the camo swooshes on the side. Look where the tumbled leather contrasts with the plain white and the camo of the swooshes. And then also see how clear the definition is between the midsole and the grey outsole. And you can see it's an absolutely clean sneaker. It is really, to me, it's just right. It's exactly what I want in my sneakers. It's got enough in there to make it interesting, but not so much that it is overwhelming, too much going on, too many materials or too many colors or too many design points. It's just the right balance between all the things I want to see in my shoe. So it's a very clean shoe, a very nice shoe, and a very surprising shoe, because like I said, at first glance I was a bit disappointed, but then having looked deeper, I am very much into this shoe, and I think it is very cool. Okay, that's it for me for right now. It's time for me to get off and check out this video. I am right on the limit as far as videos go right now. I usually have a stock of 3 or 4 videos so that I can really make it happen. When, like, if I miss out on a video, I can't shoot a video one day, I've still got a little bit of stock in the background, so I can just drop a video without worrying about missing my daily drops. Zero stock right now. This video I'm shooting, it's already Monday morning after midnight on Sunday night, and this is Monday's video. So if I don't get this up and going very soon, then I'm going to miss a day, and I haven't missed a single day for almost 2 years. So I'm right on the limit, but I'm going to keep going. Hopefully I'll be able to get it done and keep this daily drops going for you guys out there. And with that being said, it's time for me to get off. Thank you guys for checking out the content, but because I do this every single day, that means that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.